guys, how's it going? It's me, Kenny. I am back after quite a long time. I found a new game, Aviary Attorney. Probably not new, to be perfectly new to me. Looking through Humble Bundle and found a game that looked pretty entertaining. Also, the name is Aviary Attorney. 1848. The Chateau. Yep, those are words. If I could pronounce them, that'd be even better. Oh, ooh. Hi, Mr. Frog. Is that Monsieur Grenouille? Oh, God. Yep, this is not my forte. What have you done, Catherine? Also, hello, bass clarinet case. You're in my shot. Oh, that's a bird. Burb's great-great-grandfather. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? That featherhead? You're a bird, sir. You're all featherheads. Sparrowson is his name. Well. Look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird falcon? Oh, too early for worms. That's the Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. Business? Bing! A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. Probably just junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. Alright. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I'm writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Cataline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She's being held at La Concierge prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Senor Perdu Demois of the Demois estate. Yep, those are 100% words. Well, this is something. I know! It is something. Your first serious client in months. That is a terrifying blink. Just. Not just that, the Demille estate is known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Catherine, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. Wow, I know, fall at the same time as the wild, thank you. So I suppose you're intent on defending Dame Catherine in court? Nope. Would the game go on if I chose no right now? Probably just make up some excuse of course I will. It would be foolish to let such opportunities slip through our fingers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to find our kitty client at La Concierge. She's a cat? That should make sense. I should have guessed that. Catherine. Excellent. My derriere is getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Senor Tamarier's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Pertoire's letter has been added to your evidence folder. Oh, I should probably know French before trying to do any of this pronouncing business. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Click. Click. Done. Ah, I nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I recall you losing it at the New Year's party. And at Christmas. Oh, Falcon. Yes, alright. No need to make a list. He picked up his wallet. Ah, 20 francs. Ah, this is French. That's, I mean, I guessed that, but it's just getting more and more French as I go along. We see how much money he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. That's handy. Let's make a move. This is beautiful artwork, though. I absolutely love this. Welcome to the map screen. Thank you, computer. From here, you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or a location node. Node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. Neat. Yes, the concierge? Oh, I guess the AA office is where we were, so. Day 2. I don't have that long to figure things out, do I? Falcon and Sparrowson step into the stone-cold foyer at Concierge Prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the Concierge. They say this is the finest prison in all the whole of France. Wonderful prison. That's what they're known for. The outer walls are impenetrable. The cells are spotless. The guards are well-mannered. What do you want? That's one well-mannered, I'm gonna guess, doctor from the plague era? I'm gonna guess, with those creepy masks. Yep. Good day, monsieur. I am here to see Dame Catherine Demois. I am due to represent her in court. Represent. I lost English. Good. Ah, you're her lawyer, huh? Fine, follow me. I'm not gonna have a vocal cord by the time. What are you waiting for? Keep up. Oh, it's very much a cat. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Nope, this giant bird's... That's a big bird. Bigger than that cat. Dame Catherine Demois, I presume? You've arrived. The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, I stopped being able to talk again, and his petite assistant, Sparrowson. Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk to her like that, Sparrowson. Like what? I mean, not being able to speak other than that, but they don't know I'm doing that, so... I'm sorry nonetheless, I guess. My papa told me he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice. So he hired the first people in the address directory. Oh. You see, Falcon, I told you listing under Aviary attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Oh, this is a delightful little game. Dame Catherine, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? Ah, now I get to some serious matters here. Did you see anything suspicious? Suspicious? Like, maybe a guy lurking in the shadows, or a bloody murder weapon? They'll find details when people leave out of the murder. The murder weapon. Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you're looking for an easy answer. You got me. I was looking for a murderer right off, see if you knew him. I did not see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal, the food was delicious, the conversation was boring. You know, France. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait! His shoulder had an idea! You missed something of huge importance. I did. Same Caroline, you said the food was delicious. You didn't say what the food was! Yes! How vaguely important. You and your damn stomach. Let me see. A poached red herring. The start. Garnished with garlic butter. A red herring. I'm on to you. Then a marbled steak. Served perfectly bloody rare. Write this down. Can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down, please, for me. Fine, fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did not find it a little strange that you weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery, even for the steak? Nope. You think that the great Baron of Chateau yeah, would have glorious silverware. There's none to be seen. That's a little peculiar. You know, whatever, particular is good too. Is there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? Nope, I'm good. Fine, who was there that evening? Who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and my papa, my dearest maman. Couldn't make it. There was Baron who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Caroline. I think she was called. Is she a cow? A bovine of some sort? Of course, there was Monsieur Grenouille. Well, until, you know, he died. Yeah, he was there. Kinda got murdered there. You know, same old, same old. Poor Grenouille. And there was Monsieur Robitio de Robino, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while, with a bloody steak knife. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? What happened? Murder happened on the night of the murder. What happened the night of the murder? Ooh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa had arrived at Chateau René, the home of the great Baron. Yep, nailing these words. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Grenouille and the Baron about business stuff. Good numbers and monies and such, I'm sure. I usurp. That's not near the close word of that. That's not how to use that word even. No, I'm giving up. Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner, they were talking about company shares and investments, but I didn't really understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. You look like you have more fun taking pictures. How are you in jail with all this, by the way? The cap and the comfy looking fur, I'm guessing? You have fur already, madam. But, sorry, man with the what took you what? Camera! It was a very new gadget. One of these. Oh. Very new gadget. A tiny bug sits in a box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. That's so adorable. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Pshaw, let me believe. So the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Please do continue, Dame Caterline. So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air. That's when I found the body of Monsieur Grenouille. He was all ripped open. His legs had been put in butter. No, a housemaid saw me standing over the froggy Monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. That must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. There's something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that'll be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We need to head to Chateau René and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. And we should try to track down the supposed photographer, Monsieur Robitio de Robino. Oh, is he a robin, maybe? I was thinking another frog, but... 2 days for 2 tasks seems doable. We should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Before you go, Monsieur Falcon, you do believe my story, don't you? I believe in justice. Click. I believe that a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear? You're not wrong, Falcon. It's not what the lady needed to hear. You mean less of a... How'd put it? Phil the P is an asshole. If serving justice makes me a Phil the P, then I'll wear the title proudly. Dame Cataline, Monsieur Grenway, Baron Roche. These names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Not particularly. Honest for me, I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is. A Facebook, it's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog. Almost like it could be put on a website. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. Started compiling a Facebook. Quark. Ill-mannered jailkeeper. Seems to feel disgust for criminals and for animals in general. Greenway murdered. Is that the Perteur de Moi? The wealthy father of Dame Cataline? Pertois hired us to defend Dame Cataline. Sweet, nothing else there. Anyway, seems good to me. Let's make a move! January 4th, Tuesday. A new day. Game's automatically saved. Sweet. Quick saves. Sweet. Something about a cog signal. Yep, I'm reading that for sure. Oh, okay, so I have to use up these 2 days, don't I? Falcon and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Chateau René. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadows. Hello, mice, I'm assuming. Excusez-moi, messieurs. Don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see? I don't suppose you have to have them tap spirit. How much is the franc? Also, it's a long time ago. Inflation hasn't. Thank you. I think. Pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Making sure mother and child have something to eat is the least I can do. What am I doing standing here moralizing? Come on, Sparrow. We've got some business to attend to. That's a strong-looking bird. Falcon and Sparrowson stepped into the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Grenier. Whoa, look at this place. Baron Rogier must be loaded. Rogier, that's probably not even close. As opposed to anything else I've said today, but, you know, whatever. Ta-da! More than loaded when it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the sign. Is he here right now? Yes, he's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Hey, Baron! I want a word! I love Sparrowson already. From his little demeanor to his little poking beak. I love him so much. How's that? I am Sparrowson. Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. I got his attention. He's a lion! I assume. Did I hear my name? Great Baron Roger. Property owner extraordinaire at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators? Yep, we're policemen. That's quite. I'm a private attorney, J.J. Falcon. Like no, it's J.G. Wentworth, never mind. Not a J.J. joke I can make there. And this is my associate, Sparrowson. The one who was yelling like a warthog. Lawyers, eh? Now you want the first to have passed through here today? Oh, yes. This jumpy twitchy fellow came by me this morning. Asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before we heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Sparrowson? Perhaps I have a hunch. Sorry, hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial. A friend of yours? Something like that. So what may I do for you, messieurs? This accent is changing rapidly. We're doing some research on Monsieur Grenouille, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course, of course. Such a tragedy. He's a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you messieurs will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself. Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. I'll be my guest. You'll find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. May also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the murder. Oh, he's even caramel than that. Unfortunate incident. We see the finished photograph? I'm afraid not. It's to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it to be viewed. It's a slow process. We own a copy of the photograph to be delivered in 3 days' time. It's no good to us. The trial may be over by then. Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you're done with the investigations. So where shall I go first? Garden. Dame Caroline said, oh, let's take a quick... Oh, there's 7 minutes remaining. Sweet. Dame Caroline said she found Monsieur Grenouille on the stairs by the fountain. So this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing. Oh, hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing. The crime scene investigation thing? Yeah, you know, the thing that where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail. You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. I am Sparrowson. It's not a bad suggestion. Wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police would have missed something right under their noses. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Look at an item of interest and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. When you've had enough, or when you find nothing else to examine, click on the X in the top right corner. Sweet. Sweet. Aha! Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle had a horse that refused to eat hay. Ah! That's unfortunate and weird. Mostly unfortunate, I think. Yep. Eventually we realized it was just filling up on horse hors d'oeuvres. Ah! Terrible. Boop! Up, stairway. Dried blood in the staircase. This must be where Monsieur Grenouille died. Do you see any blood footprints? Ooh, maybe a name scrawled in blood, written by the frog's last breath. Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or that the frog left a last-minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Grenouille was attacked and killed by the staircase. Fountain! Oh, I can actually click on the fountain. That's nice. This fountain is finely crafted. It's solid carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. Perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. Fats! Actually, not a terrible line of reasoning. We'll have to wait in for a closer look to be sure. I suppose we should. Oh, apologies, wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say is, Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way, if you want to go wading, do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake. Well, you're paying me just enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. There's only one reasonable way to settle this. Let's flip for it. Flip for it? This wrong coin. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and I go for a swim. What'll it be, heads or tails? Napoleon face or planch squiggles? I'm going for planch squiggles. Called a wreath, Sparrowson. Sure, I'll bet on the planch squiggles. Heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor Falcon. Gah, fine, hold my shoes. Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. Just feel bad for cheating. Almost. Oh, Sparrowson. I am back. Had a good swim. You should go like a dog. I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mysterious item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though. Aha! It's a cigar. Maybe. It's bright and sticky and it smells weird. Don't tell me you picked up a very wet cigar butt. Possibly belonging to Baron Roger? Correct. That shouldn't be too surprising. It's his house after all. I'll stash in the evidence folder just in case. Is there anything else we need to do here? Aha. Horse kinds. Oh, actually, I can use both of them. The goofy face, that reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into a bar and the barkeep says, "Why the long face?" I guess you've all heard that one. What? No, the barkeep says, "If you got to stop coming here, you're drinking us under the stable." I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. Baron Roshi, okay, certainly likes his horse statues. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little sheriff people creep me out. Baby should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding. Oh, that's right. Mane almost looks lifelike. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No, I would not. Sparrowson. Is that all I needed was the cigar butts in here? And a bunch of horse jokes? I mean, it does appear that way, but you know. Toodles. I think we're done here. But are you sure we don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Don't push your luck. Lounge! I love that transition, by the way. Hello there, giraffe person. How are you today? Second floor, third on the right. Must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst! Hey Falcon, do you see that? It's a giraffe! Housemaid totally did something shifty. Shifty? I think she pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Ah! Yes! Are you two policemen? No, we're private attorneys. My name is J.J. Falcon. And I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colleen de Hoot. So, what can I help you, messieurs, with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Mind if I ask a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me grab a chair. Ah. You're actually an awfully short giraffe. That's better. What did you want me to ask? Do I need to waste my time with this? No, but I'm doing it anyway. We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room? Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing right here. Just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon. Where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock on the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know! The painting on it is totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Was the frog murdered with clock hands? Those would be some heavy-duty clock hands. But the clock never had any hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Rocher just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. Peculiar detail, though. I'll make note of it. Huh. You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers. Something we ought to know. Anything you need to confess? Oh, no, no, no. It's a little nervous after all the drama of the last week. Pressure her. Not hiding anything, is it? You can tell us we're defense attorneys. Means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right, and... Wait, what? No! It's not an accurate job description at all, Sparrowson. It isn't? Oh, what do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, monsieur, I have nothing to hide. Is there anything else you wanted to ask? Pressure her. No. No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to follow my dreams, and, well, never mind, rambling. No problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although you should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else. Silverware, perhaps? Ah, you know about that. Yeah, I suppose that was me. Started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, I suppose the habit got a little away from me. So in mystery solved, at least. I'd appreciate if you wouldn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust. Like a thief. Right, never mind. So where to next, Big Bird? I trust everything was in order. We had a good luck, thank you, Baron. We actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. About your housemaid. She's a giraffe. Where'd you get her from? Where were you on the night of the murder? Oh, her, am I in trouble? We'll see. That remains to be seen. Wrong accent. Doesn't now. I don't particularly care for your tone. Just asking questions, Baron. If nothing to hide, then this should be able to give me a straight answer. Oh, this is getting dark soon, isn't it? I'm about to be eaten by a lion. Listen well, garçon. I make more money in 10 minutes than you'll make in a week. I pay extortionate amounts of taxes to the government so that low lackeys like you keep your cozy jobs. And yet, you have the audacity to waltz into my own home and accuse me of being a murderer. You have 10 seconds to get off my property, or I will ensure that the next trial you attend will be your own. Ah, good. Good talk. Well, we're done here. Don't say anything. What was it you told me when we in? That's act with tact and finesse. Shut up. What has he called me? A drunken warthog? Sparrowson, I love you so much. I don't need this. I'm going back to the office. A new day! Did we need anything from that house, I wonder? Should I have acted with tact instead of just trying to pick a fun option? Oh, so this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? There's a note on the door. You can see it's obviously something because it's not drawn the same. Aha! I told you so. See, I'm one with Sparrowson now. Ahem! The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Roberto de Robinho, is currently out on an artistic expedition. We shall return when the muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I don't think that he is a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? Should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Knick knockin'. Shave and a haircut. 2 bits. No? Okay, cool. Doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. We should break in! Let's do that instead! Should we... What? Me, my ideological shoulder here. Are you serious? Maybe. Monsieur J.J. Falcon. I would have thought the man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. You're right, I shouldn't be shaving people like... No, wait, You're right, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over him. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm barging the door down. Hey, just like that, shouldn't we discuss this first? Break his beak. Nope. What a bird Jesus' name was that? Bird Jesus. You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Oh, now we're here. You ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very, swanky? I was going to say ostentatious. It's just swanky talk for swanky. I don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. Nope, never does it. Nope. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. Ah, it's a painting. There's a lot of things to inspect here. Hey Falcon, look! It's just an easel. That's what's on the easel. Must be a copied photograph from the evening of the murder. Who's this cat? I thought he was a lion before. Never mind. There's no question about it. Monsieur, housemaid, Dame Cataline. And that's Plovnier Pertois, Cataline's father. So what shall we do? Do we just take this? Yeah, take it. Let's go. From this far, might as well borrow it. Studio photograph has been added to your evidence folder. Anything else you need to do here? Yep. The medicine cabinet. Inks and paints and whatnot. That's... Taste test the clear liquid. Fun fact, it's probably toluene. You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now. So it's not. I see finely dressed dandy. Hello up on a horse. A lot of horses. Lighthouse? No, it's a man in a top hat, actually. If I squint and turn my head sideways. It's a black smudge falcon. That's very, artistic of him. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder. Symbolic of climbing toward success, perhaps? It's more like a stepladder to me. Oh no, not getting into that old argument. It's an argument of a ladder versus a stepladder. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from the Notre Dame Cathedral itself. Yep, I can speak. I'm real goodly like at speaking. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere on the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. I'm so sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demoted. Oh, terrible. It's a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph. Leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence buns. Oh, picture for a sailing ship on a windy day. See a bourgeois tigress in profile. Yeah, that actually was the only thing we needed, wasn't it? Oh. A butterfly, maybe a moth. Difficult to tell in black and white. Done snooping. Oh, sounds good to me. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Oh, mon Dieu. What happened to my door? Lie. Nah, tell the truth. Well, Monsieur Robinho, it's like this. You see, we are attorneys who've been hired for the purpose of... Right! A raven did this! I saw the whole thing! What are you doing, Sparrowson? I've got this. I'm not going to jail because your conscience is acting up. Nobody's going to jail, just... take it easy. Oh, damn ravens, they're always after those shiny objects, am I right? Yeah, that's right. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go. Do I not have enough evidence now because I kind of messed up that Thursday? Ah, yep. The High Court of Justice. I'm gonna lose, aren't we? Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Maybe. Are you nervous, Falcon? Stone. I'm made of stone. I forgot how to speak. Sparrowson, help me! That's bad, huh? Yup! Hi, cat lady. Monsieur Falcon, Petite Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do? No, we've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. How wonderful! I just know you two will pull through. Let's move along, fellas. I'll be waiting from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we're, ready. Oh, that's a good hummingbird right there. Judge Maxime. Oh God, that eye. Those some big eyes. Is everybody here? J.J. Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Farrington present. They're ready for his prosecution, Your Honor. Darn it, not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha! I knew it! Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? No! He always scored the second worst marks in the class. I'm guessing I know who's the worst, though. I can only assume that he bummed the final exam on the luck of his 2 rabbit's feet. Unless he improved considerably. Or improvised, really. You might already have this trial in the bag. That's good to know, but say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, who scored the lowest? I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Ah, here it is. the prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey, Falcon. Thought there were only 6 members of the jury for a case like this. Why do I count 8? Ah, so it wasn't a funny hat. I had excuse the associate judges. Everything seems to be in order, so let's begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Catherine Damois. Prosecution, please call the first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? Oh, okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Volerty, to the witness stand. Inspector Volerty, please approach the stand and recite the oath. That is one sweet, sweet eagle. Aye. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. No, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Juste Valerte. I am a servant of the law. A scourge of the gutter rats that plague the city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Stick to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh, great. We could have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, but instead we're stuck with a lawful goody two-shoes. Bet this guy would turn on his own mother for usual littering. Oh, so, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was also amongst the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. And perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. Absolutely. Just after seeing 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Rogier. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Catherine Demois. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Crenway with his blood on her paws. Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honor. Bloodied paws? Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. Beginning cross-examination. Yes. My opportunity. I shall not fail. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Sounds good. The housemaid. Blood in the paws. Say, Dame Catherine had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. Whose blood was it? It was mine. She'd murdered me. How much blood was there? On the lady's paws. It has to be clear that she had dirtied her hands on the victim's body. We noticed the blood on the suspect's nails, around the fingertips, and even a little around her mouth. Her mouth? How vile! The inspector's answer is simply pretty definitive. You have another question about the blood? I'm gonna say yes. Whose blood was it? Oh, this isn't gonna go well. Ha! What a question. It was Monsieur Grinway's, of course. How can you be so sure? This line of questioning is absurd. There's only one murder victim in the night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Caroline's paws could only belong to one person, Monsieur Grinway. Judge! Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. I do! We have proof? Do we really have proof? Then where did that blood come from? I was afraid you'd ask that. Oh, it's red herring. And a bloody rare steak at the banquet. The evening of the murder, Dame Cataline ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Uppington? Well, in a matter of speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the, menu. Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well... Wait! Don't answer that question, Inspector. It is a possibility. No! Pretty convincing. I gain a little favor. So, Inspector Valerti, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now hold this minute, Phil. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Cataline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She is no doubt brought with a flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, you shouldn't be a steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right. That is how you do it, never mind. How could you have possibly gotten blood in her such good manners? That's a good question. Or at least it would be an ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, there's something missing from this particular banquet. Seeing that forced Dame Cataline to eat with her paws. Yep, okay, it is this one. Dame Cataline was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silver of the household had been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall that. I don't remember us having a tongue ripped out of my face. There we go. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Rogier residence when we performed the initial investigation. Good, I can talk goodly. But as it happened, Ben Rogier approached us about this very subject last night. Ah! Innocent, perhaps. What a twist! A little favor with the jury. What is the meaning of this? Bloody sake, misplaced silverware. Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Ow, that hurts my throat. Judge, I assured you I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force. And it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Oh dear! Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Fine, so be it. Monsieur, until next time. I trust your next witness is ready. Monsieur Roberto Robinho, the photographer. I didn't break into his house, it was Raven's, excuse me. Recite the oath. How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the troll truth and something truth. It's a little cliche, to be perfectly honest. Could the witness please introduce himself to the court? In case you doesn't immediately recognize me, I'm an artist, the great and mighty Robin cutting-edge photographer and visionary. You can see by my eyes, I'm visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste. Tu es un pipe. He's a pipe. So he works in hit magazines like La Branche or C'est chercheux. I can send you tweets if you'd like. Tweets? What on earth are tweets? It's 144. No. Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon. It's the 19th century. Get with times already. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Robinho. But let's get down to business. Could you tell us your activities the night of the murder? Very well. I was hired by Ben Rogier to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening, I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Bear Major and I left, like a true artist. And now with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I thought you would ask. Brought a copy so we could all see it for ourselves. Ah, very good. Take a closer look. It's not the same. I thought the line was missing in the earlier one. Two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first, the victim, Monsieur Grenouet. Second, the defendant, Dame Catherine Demois. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? It was the lion! Just a moment, Monsieur Remington. This proves nothing. The defendant and the victim were not photographed by the others. It doesn't mean that they weren't in the garden at this point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet. The prosecution may continue. Behind the photograph subject, we see a wall clock with time set at 7:30. Huh. Why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Volarity told us earlier, the exact murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Cataline herself. That photograph doesn't seem right. Looks very different than the one we borrowed from Rubinio's studio. I see it too. Our photograph shows Cataline Dubois, Dame Cataline, and Senora Perdoy. But Monsieur Robinio's photograph shows Baron Rogier where Dame Cataline should be standing. If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one photograph must be edited in some way. You should slam the evidence on, be like, BAM! Inconsistency! Talk courtroom is out of order, case closed. I can't do that. I suppose you could be a little more delicate with your words. No, I mean we can't do it because our evidence is illegally obtained. If I were to present it, Monsieur Robinho would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trial could derail. In the worst case, I could lose my legal license, and we would be arrested for theft. Oh! We don't want that. No, we don't. I should tread lightly. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well, the defense may proceed. It's a waste of time if you ask me. Photographers are rock solid evidence. Camera. Yep. I'm gonna use photograph because it's only one. Seems to be painted upon. This might be the wrong option. I see a mistake in that photograph. Just to clarify, Monsieur Robinho, photographs are a different reflection of reality, are they not? That's correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. It's most curious, because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible. I just told you, Monsieur, the camera is a perfect, unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Could you be more specific? Certainly. Select an area to examine. Wait, I thought it was on. Anyway, no. The clock in that photograph. There's something not right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Abington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hands pointing at 7 and 6. That much is self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock in the lounge of the Chateau Cranier has no hands. It has no hands! The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Rogier or his housemaid if you have any doubts. Monsieur Robinho, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know. Must be some kind of mistake. My camera is flawless. There's no mistake, Monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there's an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock's hands should be. Please, Monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Robinho, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task considering that clock face was bare. One could even speculate that specifically chose to include a handleless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Aye! Falcon, your reasoning is absurd! Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photographs to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph subject of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Robinho created a perfect alibi. Also a good time to hit this. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Was Monsieur Robinho coerced, bribed, threatened? Enough silence, let's hear some answers, Monsieur Robinho. Fine! You've got me, I'm guilty. I did it all. You're confessing to the murder, Monsieur Grenway? What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photos. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered? By whom? I dare not say. Monsieur Robinho, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's questions. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws. And other words I clicked on accident. Did you hear that, Falcon? His claws, he said. This is most unfortunate. Monsieur Robinho, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. You don't live under the ancient regime, after all. But since you have admitted to falsifying evidence that we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness, take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury on due course. Ouch, that's a sore throat. I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failures as an artist. Good day, messieurs. painter. So what? It doesn't matter. Photograph still depicts Dame Caroline as an absent close to the time of murder. That's significant. Be so dense, Monsieur Abington. The photograph is not completely genuine, then it can't be considered reliable evidence. Why not still portrayal of the night event? If we accept one part of the picture as edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were edited too. Is it possible that Dame Cataline was painted out? Even worse, it is possible that another person was painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover for something, so all possibilities must be accounted for. What are you saying, Falcon? The housemaid paid off the photographer? Or Senor Perto de Moi, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks any meaning or motive, and it wouldn't make sense for Senor Pertois to implicate his own daughter. Or surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Rogier deliberately tried to frame Dame Cataline? Because that would be a most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Abington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, maybe I should offer my opinion. Statue? Oh, the lion. Baron! It's not, time for your witness testimony yet. So you would think, prosecutor. I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Incompetence? Indeed. Let us proceed with the witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? I suppose that's fine. Very good. I trust the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear or prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, has been brought up what I witnessed over the course of the evening. The evening? The short dinner went magnificently. The photographer arrived. Monsieur Grenway left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind him moments later. Monsieur Robinho and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Grenway and Dame Cataline. That would be when I heard a cry for help. There's no cry in any of this. Cross-examination time. I do. You were an asshole to me earlier, so yes. I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well then, hit me with your best shot. Let's establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Fragere, am an honest man. Dinner went magnificently. You went to the garden. This is the only one that maybe I can think of. A couple questions about the housemaid. Would that be pertinent? Anyway. She detests the smell of tobacco. I see. Putting together a bigger picture, are we? I think so. Pieces slowly falling into place. I hope you know what you're doing, Falcon, because I don't. You have another question about the housemaid? Yes. Does she smoke? She stole numerous valuables from your household, including all the silverware. That's not a question. Alright, let me rephrase that. Do not immediately report to the police when you discover that your housemaid was stealing from you. A man is obligated to report every act of theft that they witness. Not legally, I suppose. I choose not to incriminate the poor girl because I felt it would be needlessly harsh. I know letting a criminal run loose in a foreign concept to many of the lawyer's types, but I'm sure you understand the concept of mercy. You would like the concept of mercy, wouldn't you, Lion? I do not. Oh, that was useless. I didn't need that. Maybe this part because you said she and the girl went. God rest his soul. What was your relation to Monsieur Greenway? That's prior to his demise. No, after his demise. I want to know your relationship with the dead guy. Her business partner, Monsieur Greenway, Sauvignon Berthaud de Moi, and myself all owned a third share in an up-and-coming railroad company. Excuse the crassness of the question, but what do you mean that you and Sauvignon Berthaud would now own half the company each, correct? Correct. I suppose it's a slight glimmer of benefit from those around this foul situation. But Monsieur, you must understand that Monsieur Greenway and I were friends as much as we were business associates. I can't talk. I'm more than man's passing. Of course. Yes. Why did he visit the garden? It wasn't to get murdered, I assume. I believe he wanted some fresh air. The steak did not sit well with him, I fear. Oh, I see. He's a frog. He doesn't eat steak, does he? I would assume it wouldn't sit well with him at all. I see, but that's quite coincidental timing, isn't it? Well, Monsieur Greenway felt sick and left the room just after the photographer arrived and just before the murder occurred. One might draw a link between the food and the sickness. Hold on, Falcon. Surely you aren't suggesting that Monsieur Greenway's food was poisoned in some way? I am. Hopefully I have evidence. Lo siento mucho. I'm no expert, but I think the steak would have been a perfect medium to carry a small amount of poison. A revelation, but what evidence do you have of the poisoning? Bearing in mind, of course, the coroner found no signs of poisoning. Oh, shit. Yep, I shouldn't have been so crass with the lion here. No, I don't. The dinner? Maybe? I'd like to ask you about the dinner. Regarding the red herring. Today we established that the silverware stolen from your residence prior to the banquet. Indeed. It's curious that you decided to serve steak. It isn't what one would describe as finger food, after all. I don't know about that, Falcon. It's my attitude all food can be finger food. There's nothing curious about it. Sonia Berthaud and Dame Kathleen are vocal lovers of rare steak. I was merely suiting their needs. Besides, what choice did the Baron have, Falcon? Serve vegetable broth like a common peasant? Do be quiet, prosecutor. You sound ridiculous. Sorry, Baron. The red herring. I don't know where we're going with this. What about it? You wish to pursue the red herring? Yes, I wish to pursue the red herring. I suspect the red herring may be a diversion. I'll leave it alone for now. It's a good call. The joke was starting to wear thin. I was right. I was right. Another question about the dinner? No, I don't. Saw the murder scene in your garden for ourselves. Oh, it's with all the horses. When's the last time you visited it? As it happens, I have a quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Years, you say? Indeed. That's not right. Aha, fourth time's the charm. I'll take a long time to get to the garden. Don't wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you visited the garden recently. Balderdash, my word is gold. Show the court has the so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. And this nasty-looking turd over here, that happens to be a cigar. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? But that could belong to anybody, and Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself.
Okay, sorry, Baron.
Yes, indeed, there are remains of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't just visited my own garden in years, but naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. Must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. As it happens, the cigar butt was found in the fountain upper basin, location that can only be accessed by great inconvenience and a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are many possible explanations. Are there? Because I can think of one. That is that you, Baron Rogier, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? What illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Rocher, murdered Monsieur Grenouille. That is what we are trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder. How shamelessly brazen. That is a ridiculous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motives, or opportunity. Think hard, Monsieur Remington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Rogier as the prime suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly has the means. His lying claws are sharp as a surgeon's blade. Cutting a frog belly would have been trivial to him. Even Monsieur Robinho confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous, I would never threaten a man with violence. Well, murders the Baron at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of the railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. How preposterous! And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of missing silverware, and yet he served a steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To the bloody hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock to make it easier for editing in quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something! Object! I am! You're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion. Didn't have the time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it in the fountain, out of sight of his guests and snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Seigneur Petit-Demois, since he would ensure total control of his railway company. Alas, Dame Cataline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage, Judge. I demand you disbar this ranting lunatic. No, there's only one outrage here. That is, that a man like yourself should be able to abuse his wealth and status and fame to frame an innocent girl for murder. You're a bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, garçon? The utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something is heinous. I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable, hard-working capitalist. No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous whelp. I ought to gut you right here and now like a damned frog. Could someone please restrain the Baron? I'm on it, Your Honor. Let's go, old man, to the concierge with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackjaw. I can walk myself. How's the turn of events? Does the prosecution have anything to add? In a matter of speaking, no, not really. Pretty useless, actually. Shall I confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision? I ask the animals of the court to please be patient at this time. That was pretty incredible. I've got the same voice as the rabbit now, that's weird. Thank you, I just hoped it was enough. What do you mean? You prove Kathleen's innocence, we'll get a not guilty verdict for sure. I think you misunderstood something important just about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Kathleen's innocence. All I've done is demonstrate that there is a significant possibility that she is not guilty. I'm not sure I understand the difference. We've reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Kathleen Demois, to be not guilty. I did it! Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it! I suppose we did, didn't we? Shut back the office so we celebrate properly. We did it, Falcon! I can't take all the credit. This is a group achievement. I'm so proud of you both. I'll get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. Ah, how kind of you, Sparrowson. The least dirty glasses. You're amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, it was nothing. Very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Well, it didn't pin anything. Person and I just worked at nailing the truth, given the facts of the case. There's no need to play coy. The case is over. Oh! Oh, shit. Tell me you're actually being sincere. Completely lost. Oh, I thought the goody-goody thing was an act. You actually don't know, alright? I'll spell it out for you. Oh, shit. I murdered Monsieur Grenway. I saw him in the garden all drunk and vulnerable and seized my opportunity. It's nothing personal, just business, you understand? Business? To increase my papa's share in the trading company, of course, but my boss said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link. Confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found the Baron's Rochu's cigar button hidden in the basin. Oh, I put it there. I expect the police to find it, but I suppose it was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris's finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Robinho's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Grenway in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Robinho to paint me over Baron Rochery to add hands to the clock. That lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering either photographs by trial day. It's a good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative. That could have gone very badly. Oh, good. Is the second half of this game busting him out of prison? It's with the silence. You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who would have won a case like this, even for a bourgeois kitty like me. I think you should leave. Fine. Much for the celebrations. Here's the payment for your services straight through my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, Petit Sparrowson. What do we do now? Can we do anything even? Oh. Falcon? Huh. End of Act 1. That was an hour 20 it took me to record this. So, I will say yes. Save and quit. Well, this is a delightful game, and I thought it was gonna be a nice short game. I was wrong. So very wrong. Aviary attorney, I thought you were gonna be a nice little adorable game with nothing substantial in you. Well, toodly-doos. I was real wrong in there, actually. Well, you guys have a super fantastic day. I'll finish this up later. You can expect more of Aviary Attorney and the shenanigans of Sparrowson over here. Soon, another day. Maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, because I actually do want to play this game a lot more. So, toodles, have fun, bye!